What's going on YouTube, man? It's your boy XRyuChiOniX Gaming. But I don't wrap it up for you. I don't shoot it for you. So we're gonna shoot to you raw, man. In today's video, we're gonna be talking about the first feat for the new Aztec hero and should it be banned from competitive play in Farah. If you guys enjoy any content like this or any of my other content, make sure you go ahead and drop a like, go ahead and sub, and drop a comment down below if you got any ideas for any content or if you just guys want to have a debate about the video above. So let's get right on into it, man. First thing first, the feat I am talking about is the feat where the Aztec comes back alive. And I personally think, right off the bat, it should stay in the game. I'm going to be bold with it. I don't care about anyone's opinion. I don't care. I consider myself a sweat. I play the game a lot. All day. Every day. I might play a lot of Shinobi, but I play the game every day. I literally sit in the game and I go through the entire roster and I fight the character. I fight with every character in the game to learn. I sat here day in and day out. I have notebooks and study notes of every combo and possible mix-ups between the different characters. That's how I got good. When I play a game, I take it serious. I came from competing in fighting games for money. I came from other games competing in tournaments. I came from Dead or Alive tournaments and Tekken tournaments and Street Fighter tournaments. So I know what it takes to be a competitive in this game. I've been playing this game for a lot. I've done online tournaments in this game. This should stay in the game. This should stay in the game, and it should stay for competitive. Now, the people who are saying that it should not stay in competitive, I do understand where you are coming from, because of the skills that you guys are putting into the game. You guys are playing at a higher level than average players. So you believe that someone who loses a fight and is not executed shouldn't be able to go spread around the map undetectable. I understand that. But we also do not want to see the same exact team, the same exact heroes fighting in a competitive match. We don't want to see it. It's boring. It's boring. The same heroes, match after match after match. I played in plenty of tournaments on Farah. They're all running roughly the same couple of characters. It's kind of getting to the point where you pick out a combination of characters, you already know what they're planning to do. It's kind of like when you see a shaman in the PK. You already assume you know what they're gonna do. One's gonna try to bleed you, the other one's gonna try to bite you. It's kind of boring, man. It's boring. Mix it up. Mix it up. It would make the game more exciting because it would force you to play a different way or play other characters to combat that. Now you may be saying, "Oh, who can combat that?" Well, you can't combat the feat directly, but you're gonna have to have someone who can move. You're gonna have to have a character who can move. So you can't all play slow ass characters who are gonna gank the shit out of people. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to mix it up. You're gonna have to play somebody who can move. Because if you're all playing slow characters, this dude's going cap, cap, to cap, to cap, to cap, and they're intentionally not letting you get that execution, and they're gonna babysit this guy until he's gonna possibly die. You know what I'm saying? It could be scummy at first, but I think this would force you guys to have some diversity. It would force you to play other characters. It would force you to have a different strategy. It would force you to play in a different manner, where this guy doesn't have to force his way through 3 different people to take a point. Oh, you're gonna sit here and you're gonna hold the point all game? Oh, that's cool. You can sit there and hold the point all game while you got your other teammates over here, 2 at B, 1 on this point, and you guys are just sitting there rotating. One guy's sitting rotating. We've seen all the strategies, dude. We've seen it. We've seen it. It gets boring. Mix it up. You got 2 guys sitting here farming minions at B, 1 guy at point C, and the other guy bouncing back and forth helping out. Well, now you might not need to do that, because now you got to worry about this one guy who just will not appear whenever you want him to appear. He's going to appear when you're not ready at the most. And he's going to force one of your teammates to die in the wrong time. You could have everything set up, but if this guy spawns and he's him and he's the shit, and he drops that guy, the rest of the team is coming. It's going to force you off that point. It's going to force you into a longer fight than you expected. It should make you feel uncomfortable. That's the whole dynamic behind the character. That's the whole premise behind the character. Because if you're gonna ban the feat, you might as well ban the character, because the character isn't gonna play the way you want it to play. If you're gonna ban the character, you might as well ban the second feat. It's the second or the third one, whichever one it is. You know what I'm saying? You kill him and you get debuffed. You might as well ban that feat too, because if you're gonna do that, you might as well ban the what's the feat called? The last laugh. You might as well ban Bastion. Ban all of it at that point. If you want to do that and you want it to be solely about skill, mono versus mono, one person versus one person, or team versus team, ban all of it then. Get rid of all of it then. You could really take that argument, because if you're playing a game and you don't want any diversity, what is the point? What is the point of competing? You're gonna fight the same team. You guys are all relatively skilled, the same skill in the tournament. If you're playing competitive, you're all relatively the same skill. You should be, at least. Should be. If you're competing, you should all be relatively the same skill. And the thing that's gonna separate you guys is strategy and how you move. That's the whole point of competing, bro. That's the whole point. The whole point of competing is you want to have an environment where you guys are just relatively on an equal playing field, and there are little things that separate you apart. It's supposed to be a close fight. It shouldn't be one team blowing each other out. And I think if you have one Aztec, wow, I don't think that it should be that big of a deal if he runs behind you, caps a point. It's gonna force you to play a different way. It's gonna force you to move off your point and stop sitting there and doing your same rotations that you guys always do. I mean, we've all seen it, dude. We've all seen it. Some of those who watch those matches, I know everybody doesn't watch the matches, but because they kind of get boring. I mean, I've watched a few, but I prefer to play in it. It's cool, you know, watching it. I support, you know, the content creators and everything, because I understand, you know, they're grinding, so I support it. But at the same time, dude, at some point we kind of want to see something else, see a different team. See some different heroes that we're pulling out. You guys are pulling out the same damn heroes. Literally. I mean, mix it up, dude. We gotta mix it up. You gotta mix it up. I'm all for it. I understand that you guys may not like it. I personally don't see anything wrong with it. I mean, he's forcing you to make a fight a little bit longer because he keeps spawning here with a 5-second timer. He's one hit. Execute. Same way everyone complains about when I complained about having last laugh in the game. Everybody said, "Oh, just finish your execution." Same here, finish your execution, quote unquote. I personally don't think it's that bad. It gives diversity into the game. It forces you to play a different way, and it makes it a little bit more entertaining. It makes the match closer. If you're afraid of a match being that close, maybe you shouldn't compete. That is my opinion. But what do I know? I'm just a guy who plays for honor, right? I'm just a small content creator who plays for honor. I don't know anything. But that's all I got for you guys, man. I don't wrap it up for you. I don't sugar it for you. I'm gonna get a shit to you where I'm at. Thank you.